Hey guys, welcome back. Today is a tutorial that is a little bit of an extra, but honestly, to be honest, this is one of my favorite things to add to any seller site because it has to do with conversion rate optimization. And guys, conversion rate optimization is what makes you money. So today what we're going to be doing is teaching you how to add one Corey Geary's page. Watch this. So check this out. So these little cards that pop up in the bottom left-hand corner showing the names of people that recently requested cash offers. You can also have them show current number of users on the site, number of users that were on the site in the last 24 hours. I'm using a tool called Proof to achieve this, and some of the results that have gone off this tool are absolutely incredible. So if you have a seller site and you want to just take it to the next level and get even more leads for the amount of money you're spending, definitely stay tuned. In the next 5 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to add this to your site in just a few clicks. All right, so let's dive in, guys. So today we're going to be adding this to this site right here. Okay, so you see this is just one of our regular seller sites. Now the prerequisites for doing this tutorial are you need an Investorlift account, you need Zapier, and then you're going to need Proof. Now you can start off with a free tutorial, free trial, of Proof. Okay, so go to useproof.com. It's actually owned by one of Nick Perry's friends down in Austin, Texas. A really awesome product. Love it a lot. You can use the free trial to get one of those free conversion cards, but if you want all three, you're going to have to upgrade to a paid trial. If you're spending a lot of money on Google Ads, you're spending a few $1,000s a month, definitely worth making the investment. So go ahead and create yourself an account. And then what you're going to want to do is you want to click install my pixel. Okay, and this is going to give you some pixel code. And what you're going to want to do is go into your Google Tag Manager. Okay, and I'm going to pop into an account that I've already added this to. Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually create a new account for this site. So I'm going to create an account here. This is going to be called Immediate Home Offer. Okay, and the URL is just going to be so we're using Google Tag Manager. Guys, if you're not familiar with Google Tag Manager, go check out some of the earlier tutorials where we talk about how to set up and install Google Tag Manager. There's a video previously called, I think it's just called something like install Google Tag Manager, something simple like that. But go ahead and grab this, and we're going to say web. We're creating a new account. Actually, to be honest, we're doing everything in that video on this video because we're starting fresh. So you can actually just copy along. So we're going to grab this, and what we're going to do is we're going to go under settings here, and we're going to go under acquisition settings, post that little code that comes in that snippet. It starts with GTM in here, click save. Now we have Google Tag Manager installed into our site. Okay, and I won't dive into what Google Tag Manager does because we did that on the last video, but basically it allows us to install these little code snippets. So we're going to grab the tag code here, and what we're going to do is we're going to create a new tag here, and we're going to call this proof dash all pages tag configuration. We're going to use a custom HTML, post our code in here, and then we're going to click our all pages trigger that comes default with account. Go ahead and click save, and then we're going to deploy this, and I'm just going to call this proof added. Okay, and go ahead and publish this. All right, so that is now live. Now I'm going to show you exactly how to go ahead and get this plugged into your page. So come in, I already have some campaigns running here, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and click create campaign. We'll call this Immediate Home Offer. Okay, go ahead and click next here. And then what you're going to want to do is have a goal. These goals, I actually don't really like these goals that much because these goals, let's say we call this new lead, they're URL based. URL based only work on pages where there's a refresh in between pages. So these don't typically work that well with our site because our page doesn't have refreshes. It's weird. Like sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Like It's just, they should do this with Zapier. They have a Zapier integration that allows you to feed contacts in, but I'll just show you how they teach you to set it up. But it, again, is not that great. So we're going to click that. That's right. What they want to do is they want us to show them the URL that users get to once they submit their lead form. Okay, so the URL is going to be this one. Okay, the problem is we're always switching out the order of these pages. Okay, so I'm about to go move this photo uploader from here over to the end of the lead form. As soon as I change that order, this is going to be broken. Okay, so that's why I don't like the way that they're tracking conversions here. They should be doing it in a different way, but let's go ahead and go with it anyways. We're going to click advanced settings, go contains property details / images, and we're going to go ahead and create that go. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to click create notifications, and you'll see here's where we have the 3 different notifications type. I'm going to start with a recent activity, click customize, and what I like to do on this one is I'll just say requested free cash home offer. I'm actually multivariate testing a few different messages here on different sites right now with some of our big clients. I'm testing different messages. So if in my A/B test I see one pulls ahead by a lot where it's really statistically significant, I will let you know exactly what wording to put in that. And if you're looking at this on our knowledge base, I'll try to put it on the knowledge base as well. So you can have this always show the most recent conversion. Once the page loads, you can prevent users from seeing their own conversion. You can hide anonymous conversions. You can do a bunch of different stuff. I usually just toggle this one on, and I toggle on the do not loop so it doesn't get too annoying. And then live visitor count, what we can do here is we can set the minimum number of visitors that are required for this to actually show up on site. Okay, so let's just, for now, let's just say 2. I'm going to do entire domain, and I'm going to call these home owners because we're doing real estate. So then we can do hot streaks as well, and we can show a display card like this that shows the number of people that hit our website over the last 24 hours, and we can set off a cutoff here. Okay, so like, I mean, I would not want someone to come to my website and see that there was only 5 people that hit my website. So I'd probably set this to like, I don't know, like at least 20. We'll do for the entire domain. It's not going to make too much of a difference for us, but let's do home owners here. Click done. Okay. Now what you're going to see here is this traffic holdback. I know probably a lot of you guys are seeing this and you're like, hey, what is that? So this has to do with A/B testing. So the cool thing about this tool is it has A/B testing built right in here. So what this is set up to do is 5% of our traffic will not see these cards. 95% of our traffic will see these cards. And then it'll show you the conversion rate of people that didn't see the cards versus conversion rate of people that did see the cards. Okay. And then you can adjust these up or down. Okay. So like a standard A/B test would be 50-50. If you want to get results fast, you would go 50-50. I'm telling you this thing already works. So you don't need a blank traffic holdback because I'm telling you this thing already works really well. So I'm going to leave this at 5%. What you could do though is if you wanted to test different messaging, different variations, test some cards versus other cards, what you could do is you could actually create multiple different variations, different combinations, different settings, and see how they perform. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in the defaults here, 0, 7, 3. Again, another thing you can test and experiment with. I'll be experimenting as well and let you know what I find in my experiments. And then we're going to move on to the next tab. Now, this is where we're going to capture those leads. Okay. So to show the names and locations on those cards, we got to feed the data from Investorlift, from the lead form, into proof. Okay. So how we're going to get it? This auto is not going to work. Okay. So this auto, again, it's going to work on a regular old school HTML site. We don't do old school HTML sites. We do cutting edge single page apps with super fast high page performance. If we did old HTML websites, you would not be scoring 100 out of 100 with Google. I'll tell you that much. Okay. So this kind of stuff, this is going to be dead pretty soon in a few years. We need a different solution. So we're going to use Zapier for that. Okay. So we're just going to select Zapier here, and then we're going to click display on site. And then what we need to do is we need to put in the URL where we want that to show. So I just want to show anywhere where the site is contains immediatehomeoffer.com. So I always like to do, instead of just putting, like, just don't copy and paste the entire URL. Because if someone puts like www dot instead of like, you copy https / whatever your domain is, this won't work. So I always do advance. I add a rule. I put contains. I'll just put my, what we call the root domain there, just there. So I make sure that it's going to show across my entire site. I'm going to go ahead and click publish changes. I'm going to click done there. And then what I got to do is I got to go feed this some conversion data. So we're going to hop over into Zapier. We're going to click create Zap. And if you're watching this, you probably just came off the CRM integration video. So you probably have this connected to your Investorlift account. If not, go hop into the last video if you're not sure how to do that. I think it's called how to connect Investorlift to your CRM, something along those lines. We're just going to call this Investorlift to proof. And we're going to go in here and we're going to say that we want to take data from Investorlift. There's a new lead. And we're going to push that. We'll grab our test data. You need to have at least one test lead here if you want this to work. We'll load in our test lead. There we go. We got our test lead. We're going to take that data from Investorlift and we're going to send it over from that app over into proof. Grab proof. Choose an event. It might ask you for API keys here if you haven't used proof before. Your API keys are going to be under account here, and click down here, show your API key, grab that, punch it in. That's how you log in. Pretty simple. We'll go ahead and do that. Sign into proof. Oh yeah, this is a fresh account, so it's going to make us log in. So we're going to grab our API key, punch it in there, give it that space, click continue. And then what we're going to do, so we'll just close off that. Let's go back in here, click continue. We're going to choose our campaign and immediate home offers campaign. And then it's the same thing we did in the last setup. We're literally just mapping fields from one system over to the other system. Very simple. Literally, we could probably teach a 10-year-old how to do this. Not too difficult at all. This is like a really straightforward, because everyone has the exact same fields. Like on the last tutorial we did with Podio, we're hardcore USA here because we don't have countries of fields. Always going to be USA. Leave IP address. The last tutorial with like Podio and stuff, like it's going to be different CRMs, different field setups. This one is always going to be the same. Okay, we'll click test. We just fired over a test. Now what we can do is we can come in here, this campaign, scroll down. We see our test just came through. Okay. So I know that that's working. I can turn this app on now. Now, I have a pretty advanced pop-up blocker going on my browser. So if I try to test this on my browser, this is not going to work. Also, before I can even test it, what I want to do is, okay, I already published it, so we're good there. But I'm not going to see this. So what I need to do is I'm going to go into incognito window so my pop-up blocker doesn't block it. And this is an A/B test. So there's a 5% chance always that's not going to show because that's what I set. But you can see, boom, it's showing up right there. Okay. So this is how to do it. This is how to get these cards popping up on your website. And I'm telling you, having social proof, this works better than testimonials I've found. I found testimonials, people don't watch testimonials, right? Like it's good to have some testimonials on your page. I'll probably add that in the setting soon where you can like upload video testimonials if you want, but like I've put them on sites many, many times before. And I found that very, very few people watch them when they're on the site. But this, especially on mobile, this is fire on mobile. It just popped right up in your face. Like you got a bunch of lead conversions coming through. People are going to see that. And you look like a Fortune 500 company, right? Because now people, it looks like people are just like all over you trying to sell their house to you. So hopefully you find this useful. If you run any A/B tests and you get results with this, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But this is one of a few little ninja things I like to do on my sites that hopefully is useful for you. I'm going to be doing more videos like this with more of these little ninja plugins and things you can add to your website to just take it to the next level. I'm looking for a good popover solution next. I might build one right into the site. If not, I'm going to probably experiment with a few different ones. So if you guys are interested in seeing how to install one of those, like an exit pop where you move your mouse away from the screen, it pops something over the entire screen, definitely let me know down in the comments below. If enough people are interested, I'll definitely do a video on that. But hopefully this was useful. So good luck with the setup. If you have any questions, again, reach out to our team. We'd love to help you get this installed on your page so you can get the maximum possible conversion rate. Thanks for joining us today, and we will see you in the next video.